Assalam O Alikum. 50 most repeated database MCQs. Welcome to MCQs Hub. The DBMS language component which can be embedded in a program is Data Definition Language (DDL), Data Manipulation Language (DML), the Database Administrator (DBA), a query language, and the answer is the Data Manipulation Language (DML). A relational database developer refers to a record as a relation, a tuple, an attribute, and the answer is a tuple. In the relational models, cardinality is termed as number of tuples, number of attributes, number of tables, number of constraints, and the answer is number of tuples. In a relational model, relations are termed as tuples, attributes, tables, or rows. In a relational model, relations are termed as tables. Relational calculus is a procedural language, non-procedural language, data definition language, high-level language, and the answer is non-procedural language. The full form of DDL is Dynamic Data Language, Detailed Data Language, Data Definition Language, or Data Derivation Language, and the answer is Data Definition Language (DDL). The database schema is written in HLL, DML, DDL, or DCL, and the answer is DDL, Data Definition Language. The language used in application programs to request data from the database management system is referred to as the DML, DDL, VDL, SDL, and the answer is DML, Data Manipulation Language. The view of total database content is conceptual view, internal view, external view, physical view, and the answer is conceptual view. Architecture of the database can be reviewed as 2 levels, 4 levels, 3 levels, or 1 level. The architecture of database can be reviewed as 3 levels. A logical schema is the entire database, is the standard way of organizing information into accessible parts, describes how data is actually stored on disk, or both A and C. A logical schema is the entire database. Related fields in the database are grouped to form a data file, data record, menu, or bank. and the correct option is data record. Related data fields in a database are grouped to form a data records. A record is a collection of related fields. In an ER diagram, attributes are represented by rectangle, square, ellipse or triangle, and the correct option is ellipse. The relational model feature is that there is no need of primary key data, is much more data independence than some other database models, are explicit relationships among records, are tables with many dimensions, and the correct option is much more data independent than some other database models. In the architecture of database system, external level is the physical level, logical level, conceptual level or view level, and the correct option is view level. ODBC stands for Object Database Connectivity, Oral Database Connectivity, Oracle Database Connectivity or Open Database Connectivity, and the correct option is Open Database Connectivity. Cartesian product in relational algebra is a unary operator, a binary operator, a ternary operator, not defined. The Cartesian product in relational algebra is ternary operator. Cartesian product in relational algebra is a binary operator. A database environment has all of the following components except users, separate files, database or database administrator, and the correct option is users. Conceptual design is a documentation technique, need data volume and processing frequencies to determine the size of the database, involves modeling independent of the database management system, or is design the relational database, and the correct option is involves modeling independent of the database management system. In an ER diagram, an entity set is represented by a rectangle, ellipse, diamond box or circle. The ER diagram, an entity set is represented by rectangle. A report generator is used to update files, print files on paper, data entry or delete files, and the correct option is print files on paper. An entity set that does not have sufficient attributes to form a primary key is a strong entity set, weak entity set, simple entity set or primary entity set, and the correct option is weak entity set. An advantage of the database management approach is data is independent on programs, Data redundancy increases. Data is integrated and can be accessed by multiple programs. None of the above. And the correct option is data is integrated and can be accessed by multiple programs. In a hierarchical model, records are organized as graph, list, links, or trees. In a hierarchical model, records are organized as trees. A DBMS query language is designed to support end user who uses English-like commands, support in the development of complex application software, specify the structure of database, or all of the above. The correct option is all of the above. Which one of the following statement is false? The data directory is normally maintained by the database administrator. Data elements in the database can be modified by changing the data directory. The data directory contains the name and description of each data element. The data directory is a tool used exclusively by the database administrator. And the correct option is data elements in the database can be modified by changing the data directory. DML is provided for description of logical structure of database, addition of new structures in the database system, manipulation and processing of database, definition of physical structures of database system. And the correct option is manipulation and processing of database. DML is provided for manipulation and processing of database. AS clause is used in SQL for selection operation, rename operation, join operation, projection operation. And the correct option is rename operation. As clause is used in SQL for rename operations. It is possible to define a schema completely using VDL and DDL, DDL and DML, SDL and DML, or VDL and DML. And the correct option is DDL and DML. Thanks for watching the video. Do like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much.